Hi everyone, welcome to the Phoenix Rise podcast. Claire here, your host. So happy to have you with us. Welcome back if you are part of the tribe, and if you're new here, welcome. This is the place where we talk all things spirituality, mindset, and business. Yes, and business. I know, who knew that you could have it all? There's no sacrifice needed over here because you get the best of both worlds, 3D and 5D, spirituality and success, mindset and manifestation, because you're worthy of it all. Now, I've got a really informative, tangible podcast for you today. So I've actually got a list of things that I'm going to talk about, and this is going to give you roadblocks. We are going to dive into the 5-step roadmap for creating your success. So no matter where you are on your journey, you will be able to navigate the next step. You'll be able to know, okay, I'm here. This is my next step. So this is going to be really, really tangible stuff for you. And there will be an actionable step for you to be able to take no matter where you are on your journey. So get your pen and paper ready if you are somewhere where you can write down. If not, save this podcast and re-listen to it when you get home so you can take notes and you know what you need to do next. So we are starting off with, if you are currently juggling, right? You're currently juggling the day job and you're trying to build your empire on the side. You're trying to, get your business up and running, but you're still an employee for someone else. And I know what that's like. I started that way. Most entrepreneurs start that way. It's something that is not talked about very much. And there's a little bit of shame and stigma around it. And it's a little bit taboo to talk about. Most entrepreneurs start that way because the reality is that building a business takes time. Okay, it doesn't happen overnight. And contrary to popular belief, manifestation takes time. Quantum leaping takes time. Everything has a time lapse in the 3D world. So whilst you're building and you're sowing those seeds and you're nurturing and, you're in the gestation period, obviously, we have bills to pay. So if you're not in a position where you can give up your day job yet, your number one step for you is overcoming your fear. It is transmuting that fear into your fuel. It's learning to alchemize it. It's learning to utilize it to propel you into the future that you desire. Because the reality is that we're never safe, right? We're never safe in any job, whether it's our own businesses, whether it's for someone else. And the fact that we believe that we are safer in the hands of someone else than in ourselves is a crime in itself, right? Because that just means that we trust someone else's ability more than our own. So step number 1 is overcoming your fear, transmuting your fear into your fuel so that you can trust yourself, so that you can stretch those wings and take the leap of faith and know that you won't just survive, but that you will thrive, that you will soar, and that's what you were born for. So step number 1, transmuting your fear into your fuel. Okay, step number 2. So if you are currently doing all the things, you're the admin, you're the accounts, you're the marketing, you're the sales, you're the customer service, you're the retention, you're the whatever other hats that we wear, web design, graphic design, sales, all of it. You're currently doing all the things. You are drowning. You are trying to juggle a million balls. And the fact of the matter is, this is a really pivotal point, okay? Because you cap out. You've only got so many hours in a day, and you've only got so much energy, right? Before your body is just like, no more. Computer shut down, like this. No, I'm done. I'm out. I'm tapped out, right? This is what happens. This is where burnout happens, because so many entrepreneurs get stuck in that cycle of, I'm not big enough yet to hire or to delegate or to outsource, or I don't know what to outsource. because we're just doing everything. We don't even know what to get off our plates, right? Sound familiar? And we worry about, having a set wage that we have to then find every month. How do I know that I'll be able to pay someone every month? That's a lot of pressure on me. All of these narratives start coming up. So if that sounds like you're probably around the 2 to 5K mark in your business at the moment. So you're bringing in between 2 and 5K. You might still have a little bit of a day job, but you're probably more like on a freelance. So maybe you go into other places if they contract you out, or maybe you're just dipping your toe to get a bit of money in every now and then somewhere else, but you're mostly in your business. This step is for you. Hiring your first VA. It's a non-negotiable, okay? You have to realize that no one builds success on their own. You can get so far, but then you're limited, you're capped, you're confined to exactly where you are, because you cannot physically do it all. And we shouldn't do it all, right? We all have our zones of genius where we excel, and that is not in every single part of the business. So hiring your first VA is your step. That's step number 2. And that is a whole load of mindset work around releasing the control, around trusting that someone else can actually do it as well as you. I know. That was me. It's like, no one else can do it as good as me. Well, actually, there are lots of people that can do it far better than I could, but we have to put our ego aside and we have to become the CEO, right? We have to become the leader, not the employee. This is the transition from being an employee in your business to being the leader of your company, to being the CEO, to becoming the visionary that you're here to be. Okay, step number 3. This is when you are now kind of like 5 to 7K, maybe, around that mark. You've got a VA, maybe you've started to build a little team, but you still are not seeing the income that you want. Like, you're hustling, you're grinding, you're doing what you think are all the right things, but the money seems to have plateaued. It's like no matter what you do now, it never seems to increase. It's like there are always more bills, or there's always something else that comes out, or one thing offsets the other, and you just constantly seem to plateau between like 5 and 7K, I would say. So your step 3 is unlocking your 6-figure frequency. You need to start to become the version of you that is able to hold those 6 figures, that is able to attract those 6 figures, because this is a mindset game right here in step 3. You have to match the frequency of the wealth that you want to call in. Okay, so we go a bit woo-woo here, but it's all energetics, baby. So step 3 is mastering that mindset to unlock your 6-figure frequency. Now, step 4, this is where you really start to want to become. Okay, this is where you're like, okay, I'm good, like the money's coming in, it's flowing in, I'm feeling like I'm doing what I want to do. I want to ramp it up. I want to elevate who I am and what I'm here to do and create more impact in the world. I want to scale. I want to become a thought leader. I want people to look up to me, to have a voice in my industry, to stand for something, to be someone that people come to and see as an expert in their field. Now, this is a journey, right? Step 4 is a journey about completely transforming your identity. This is about saying goodbye to who you used to be and becoming the next version of you. And this is like, goes deep into your habits, into your thoughts, into your beliefs, into your actions, into your paradigm, into the ecology around you, so that you can start to live the legacy that you're here to live. You can start to step into those shoes. You can start to become the visionary, start to embody who that version of you is. That's a journey, that step. So if you're there, that's going to take around 6 months or so, depending on how much you put into it, right? Okay. And then step 5, this is where you feel like you're in it alone. So, and this step 5 can really be added into any part of this journey, but it's where you really feel that you're a solopreneur, right? And you might even have a team, but you just feel like there's no one on your level around you. There's no tribe, there's no camaraderie, there's no collaboration, there's no one around you that is helping you, that is on your level. And this is where your tribe come into it, because you become an amalgamation of the top 5 people that you spend the most time around. So who are they at the moment? Are they people that you aspire to be like? Are they people who are walking the same path as you, who are challenging you to stretch further and to reach higher and to push yourself outside of that comfort zone, and who enable you to really tap into your truest potential and unleash that into the world unapologetically, right? So step 5 is getting yourself in the room, getting around those kind of people, whether that's through a mastermind, whether that's through creating your own events, whether that's through Facebook communities, whatever the case may be. I mean, masterminds are lit. Like, I have a couple of masterminds, and the goodness that is created in them when you get in a room of high vibe people who are all wanting to create something big in the world, who are all wanting to challenge themselves to make this their reality, who are all on the same mindset of like, we don't know how we're going to do it, but we are going to fucking do it. Like, this is non-negotiable, right? This is what we are here to do. We've got to figure this shit out, and we're going to do it together. We're going to rise up together. We're going to share our experiences, our strengths, our weaknesses, and we're going to help each other. Because when we help each other, we grow together. And when we lift others up, that is when our light shine. That's when our leadership comes into play, right? That's when you get to start flexing that leadership muscle, and you start to become that thought leader. And people start to look up to you, and they start to see your strengths and your voice and your message and what you're here to do in the world. So a mastermind is an absolutely great way to do this, but you can also, like I say, create your own room. If you can't find a room that gives you the vibe you want or is with the people that you want, create your own, right? Facebook groups are actually an untapped gold mine in regards to the people. If you find the right ones, they are hard. They're hard to like find the right ones because there are a lot of crappy ones. But if you can find the right ones, they are like an untapped treasure trove of amazing energy in there. But again, you've got to find the right ones, because you have to kind of weed through a lot that are not so great. But if you find it, then that is golden, absolutely golden, because it's all about the energy. It's all about getting yourself around other like-minded people to help you on your journey. Because if you don't have those kind of people in your real life right now, your chances, they're not impossible, but they're diminished a lot, right? Because we get sucked into the paradigm around us. And until we start to change that, we can't evolve into the next version of us, because the paradigm will always suck us back. So this whole roadmap is about creating a new paradigm. And what you'll find is every step that you take on this roadmap, your ecology will start to change around you until the point where you will look around at the tribe that you have, the people around you, and you'll just be like, wow, I did it. I attracted like my tribe, my people, like these people that I have dreamt of having in my life, but they were a mismatch for the life that you were once living. So just to give you a very quick journey of my own. So about a year ago, I was really lonely in my world of being an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for 10 years and I felt really alone. I had no one in my real life world that was on the same journey as me, that was a bigger dreamer as me, that was as ambitious as me, that had any kind of similarity to me on this journey, right? I had my best friend who I love, but she wasn't on this same path as me. So it was very lonely. And I wrote down in my manifestation journal, I was like, I want to be, I actually wrote, I want to have a mastermind of high vibe women who are all on the same journey as me, who will lift each other up, inspire each other, encourage each other, collaborate together. And it took me a whole year, but now I have that. I have a mastermind that is so high energy, high vibration, high frequency, just amazingness, that I'm now creating another one on the back of it because everyone's just like, this is just incredible. So you will find that when you become that version of you, you will attract that tribe to you. I couldn't have that a year ago because I was not the person who I am now. I had to go through this 5-step roadmap to become this version of me that could attract those people, those tribe into my life. And this is what you have to do. You have to evolve. You have to grow. You have to elevate into the person, into the version of yourself that is able to live the life that you want to live, that is able to have those friends, have those comrades, right? Have those tribe, those people, those like sisters, yeah, brothers and sisters in your life, in your circle, because then you're on the same frequency, you're on the same energetic wavelength. And that is where magic happens, because remember, competition happens at the bottom, collaboration happens at the top. There is no competition at the top. There's no room for that. Who's got the energy for that? You know, that is a negative, low vibe energy. Collaboration is about lifting other people up, empowering others to raise each other, to all elevate together, because abundance is infinite, right? If someone has more, it doesn't mean there's less for you. Abundance is infinite. And this is the vibration. This is the energy where your tribe will attract to you. So that is your 5-step roadmap. Number 1, transmuting your fear into your fuel to get out of the day job. Okay. Step 2, sorry, swore at you then. Step 2 is stop doing it all yourself. Release the reins, because that's how you're going to start to scale the business. Hiring your first VA. Start releasing control. Step 3, mindset mastery to unlock your 6-figure frequency. This is where you start to become the version of you that is able to attract those 6 figures. There's 10K months, right? Step 4, becoming the version of you that is the visionary, that is the thought leader. Changing your habits, your paradigm, your beliefs, your actions, your thoughts. A 6-month journey into becoming. And step 5 is your tribe, getting in the room with the people that are going to lift you up, that are going to help you raise your game, that are going to tell you it is all possible. Not that, like, who do you think you are to even think that, right? This is about being audacious and owning it. So step 5 is getting in a mastermind or getting in a room with those people that are going to help you become the visionary thought leader that you're here to be. Okay, I told you it's going to be action plan today, proper strategy roadmap for you. And I'll put all of the links in the show notes. So every step here is in my CEO offer suite. So this takes you from the pivot of employee to entrepreneur all the way through to becoming the six-figure visionary thought leader that you're here to be. Every step on that path, I've got you. So I'll put all of those links in the show notes for you below. And yeah, hit me up, right? I want to know where you are on your journey. Reach out to me, share with me which step you're at, which is your next step, what is exciting you, what is lighting you up at the moment about this journey that you're on. And let's do this together. So until next time, I will see you all soon.